Welcome back to more Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus.
The coins.
The coins. Alright, here we're gonna get some story.
I'm gonna swing my stick, and if you get hit, it's your own fault.
Yeah. I'm gonna swing my stick and run at you, and if you get hit, it's your fault.
I'm sure the best thing you can do with that analog stick is like have him saying one thing and his head saying completely the other thing. It's like, I agree with you, chickhead.
Hit the circle button to grab it. Yeah, relax, Bentley. I live for this stuff. Yeah, and that's what worries me.
I really like it when they move their head and you're moving their head.
You know what other game had like really weird things for the analog stick? The bloody Dragon Ball Z games, all the beat 'em up, all the fighting games for that. They had like loading screens where you had to spin the sticks as fast as possible.
So Mario Party, kind of.
Kind of. That wasn't the worst part though. You know,
Wait, hold on. Let me just explain. There's only one collectible you really need in the game, and that's the clue bottles. The coins are only good for getting extra lives and your extra hits. Because when you get 100 coins, you get a lucky charm, which allows you to take one hit. You get another 100 coins, you get another lucky charm, which is now gold, and lets you take 2 hits before you end up dying again with the 3rd hit. And then after that, you get a life. So yeah, you can also find the lucky charms in the levels, but that's just what the coins are for. Just so that if you really need to grind for a lucky charm somehow, because you really don't need to, that's how you would get it otherwise. The clue bottles, on the other hand, are the main collectible. They're how you get the best ending, and they're also how you get the all the moves that the game has to offer. Also, I'm being called to go downstairs, so 1 minute. I think Dad called me down for college information.
Going back to what I was going to say earlier, though, you know the whole stupid thing about spinning sticks?
Yeah, Mario Party.
You know,
it puts a hole in your hand.
Yeah, it does mess you up, pretty much. But what I was going to say was, on the Dragon Ball Z games, you know this in the anime where they have those moments where it's just like going crazy fast and everything? You had to spin the sticks for that. And it was just caused by this thing where you like... Basically you had to, 2 characters had to do like similar moves to set it off, and sometimes you'd have matches where it would happen like 10 times in 1 round. So it's like by the end your hand's like, no more.
Also, just to explain what was happening, there are 2 kinds of, I'm just gonna say like searching things. There are searchlights and there are lasers. If you see yellow lasers, you can hit the lasers once before they'll actually do damage, and they'll also set off the alarm. You destroy that alarm in order to completely disable the searchlights and lasers. Searchlights act as like just exactly the same as the lasers. This is a checkpoint. And we're gonna now get the story of what Raleigh's doing here.
According to my amphibious positioning system, that big blimp is where Raleigh is hiding out.
Look, that blimp looks more like a machine than a hideout.
You're right, Sly. That is a storm machine. It's the reason why it never stops raining around here.
Explains all the wrecked ships.
But why would Raleigh want bad weather at his own hideout 20
I know these games have stealth and everything, but I remember you were saying you were going to do Metal Gear Solid games later. Oh god, the surprises you're going to have with stealth on those games.
I can't wait.
The original Metal Gear Solid's not so bad, but once you get to Metal Gear Solid 2 onwards, you're in for some surprises.
Alright then. Oh, I see you like to play. Oh god, what do I have on this thing? Jack and Daxter or something like that. Like, how did you know? I am reading your memory card. Oh.
That's not what I mean by surprises, but yeah, that is one thing.
What? You unplugged the controller?
There's a... Did I tell you the vibration thing?
Put the controller on the floor. It starts shaking and someone thought it was possessed by a demon.
Yeah, this friend of mine's little cousin, he was just freaking out. He was like barely even 10.
I'd be
like,
see, I wouldn't be freaked out by that because by the time I was like 10 or whatever, I was used to the vibration. I was just used to it being all like, oh, it's vibrating now. Okay, that's cool. So,
It's just
platforming.
funny.
This game is actually, I like the second and third games a lot more than this one, but this game is a lot more oriented towards platforming. The other games are more oriented to story.
Platforms.
Now what would a game be? What would a platforming be? What would a platform game be without platforms? I seriously want to play Bubsy 3D just to see how bad it is.
You should start with the 2D games, maybe.
No, I want to go straight into the 3D.
The worst.
The revolutionary graphics!
I did have Bubsy too, but I sold it, and I still think to this day the person who bought it off me was just like, are you crazy?
There's a guy that's called, Some Call Me Johnny, and he got Bubsy 3D at this gaming convention and got signed by, the Nintendo nerd. The angry video game nerd.
He didn't actually review that game.
He didn't, no, not the angry video game nerd, but he got it signed by him anyway. Just as like, oh god, I met my idol. Oh my god, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Have him sign one of the worst games of all time.
I think I got rid of all my really bad games. I'm trying to think of a bad one I've still got. Shit, you know what? No, I don't think we've got it anymore. You know what? I think, because you know my family arrangements, don't you?
Yeah.
I think a family friend did have a massive NES game collection, and I don't think we have them anymore. And we had 2 copies of like the original Legend of Zelda. I know they used to have one, and I bet we don't even have that box of games anymore.
Also, what we just got was, for getting all the clue bottles in a level, you can get a new move. All the moves that you get will actually be on the triangle button, and it's not only new moves that you get. For one, there's always going to be one in each level, which is just like, oh, you got a thing for your binocular so you can see. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
You can see, oh. Oh,
you've got to be kidding me. Alright, I was taking out the binocular but pretty much you can see like, oh, there are bottles around here, or there are things that you can break to get coins out of and such, which are really worthless, but if you're trying to look for a clue bottle that you missed, it's kind of helpful. This key is pretty much the end of the level thing that you need. But what I was going to do was, I was going to take out the binocular here, but then I started sliding off into my doom. Ended up killing me. Poor son of a bitch.
We're to a flying start.
Yep. We're off to a drowning start. We're actually falling. We're off to a falling start. We're falling with style.
Or maybe we're off to a rolling start.
Well, I do have this rolling attack thing. Actually, it's more like dive. He rolls the king though.
No, I was referring.
Oh. Cutscene.
Location on this boat. If Raleigh's really as smart as his police files suggest, then that's where I'll find him.
Wonderful idea, but your plan is flawed.
Why?
Because it's impossible to get near him. To access Raleigh's
The plan is flawed.
you have to sneak through that high voltage power tube. To do that without getting electrocuted, you'd have to destroy that power generator. And to do that, you need 2 more of Raleigh's treasure keys, which are heavily guarded.
Interesting. So when are you gonna get to the impossible part?
Nothing is impossible for a master thief. I can sit on any wall I want as long as there's blue sparkles next to it.
Don't mention it. It's your funeral.
So yeah, SK died, so this is a good chance for me to just say, that's it for all of Sly Cooper and Thievius Raccoonus. You've got to be kidding me. I want to blame the controller, but I feel like that was my fault. I want to get to the main part of the hub, but no, I can't have that. I have to die before I get there. Oh no. Oh great. So yeah, next time on Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, we will head into more levels, get more treasure keys. As soon as we get up here. The moment I hit the ground, the episode's gonna end. 3, 2, 1.